Captain by a hook with a red beard. Captain by a hook with a red beard.
Yes, sir. The madness. I can't give it the grand excitement on a Tuesday because it doesn't begin until Thursday. However, it begins tonight. You do the math. I got one bet for you tonight in one of these first four games. I don't know. I'll touch on the other game. Don't really have much on it. Last night though, I officially I worked 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Hit the grocery store on the way home. Stocked up the house real quick, and then I sat down and I did a bracket. I did a bracket. One that I believe in, one that I truly agree with. What I'm going to do on the show today, I'm just going to do my bracket with you guys. Simple as that. I will give you my pick for tonight. I will talk the other game for tonight towards the end. Starting tomorrow, today I give you the bracket picks for the night. Tomorrow will be picks for that night, and it will be an in-depth breakdown of. I'm not sure how I'm gonna pick it yet. I might pick it how, because there's about 10 games that could go either way. I'm not sure if I want to break down those 10 games with you. What I'm thinking, what I'm leaning. Maybe you're having the same difficulty with those 10 games. Make sure there's nothing on the set, if you know what I mean. Or if I want to just break down the games that everybody's already like, I don't know, bet on or rolling with. I kind of want to do the ones everybody's struggling with, so we can kind of talk about them together. Maybe I say one thing, even if I don't change your mind, that confirms or puts into some perspective the numbers you're looking at. Maybe I just interpret one number a little different, and who knows? Maybe I can help some people make some decisions as well as make myself make some decisions. I think I got it though. It's only one game I'm really still struggling with how I want to rock it. So I got three brackets. I got one that I just did the night it came out. Whoop do I? No numbers run. Just straight gut. The gut. And I have Michigan State winning. My favorite team. I don't know how that happened. The second one I did, I dove into some numbers just a little bit more, mate. Like I said, it's only one game that I'm really still going back and forth on myself. All the other games, even though I'm not like, just because I make a decision, doesn't mean I'm 100% confident. It just means I'm 53% instead of 50-50. So I'm going to start in the South region. I'm just going to go all the way through to the Final Four and then switch regions. So I got Bama, easy. West Virginia, Maryland. I could have went anywhere with this one. I'm going to take West Virginia's offense to prevail. I think they can score a little more and a little more consistent than Maryland. Give me West Virginia to pull away late. San Diego State and Charleston. It's happening this year. I'm rocking Mount West teams. They're gonna break whatever little dirty, nasty curse they got over the last 5 seasons of not winning a first round game. San Diego State. They tried to set him up with Charleston. I get this white boy could play. You try to hustle. I see you out here. Hey man, don't act like you ain't never tried to hustle. Yeah, but I ain't never used no goofy looking white mother. If you know that movie, I'll cash up you $5 if you tweet it to me. Cause I see you trying to hustle. This white boy could play. San Diego State. Give me San Diego State. Now this game right here, the 4-13. I got Furman, baby. Give me Furman. I love Virginia. I do love Virginia. I just don't think they pull it off. It breaks my heart not to pick Virginia in this spot. Virginia is one of those teams I like to have going far in my bracket only because I trust their coaching staff. I trust what they do, how they prepare. But give me Furman, baby. I was leaning Furman before the lines came out, and then the lines came out 5, and I was like, give me Furman. I don't know what's going on with my nose. Every time I get on this show now, my nose just bricks up. Never had allergies in my life. I guess I do now. This is another game. Honestly, man. Some of these games, I cannot call it like an alcoholic. North Carolina State taking on Creighton. I absolutely love both of these teams. I love North Carolina State in this spot. Slept on, overlooked. North Carolina State is one of the least talked about teams in the ACC this season and had one of the most consistent seasons. However, in the first bracket, I took North Carolina State. After doing some mulling over, I'm on Creighton to go ahead and advance. Give me Baylor. That's an easy number 3 pick. Missouri, Utah State. I apologize for my nose issues. Missouri, Utah State. Like I said, there's about 3 games in each bracket that I have no idea how I'm going to rock it. I'm leaning towards Utah State on this one strictly due to my bias, I guess. I love Utah State. Been rocking with them for about 4 or 5 years on the betting lines. Missouri, they always seem to shrink in big moments. However, they could easily win this game outright huge and then shrink against Arizona. I could see Mizzou doing that. But for the sake of this bracket, I took Utah State. I got a lot of 10s. I think I got 3 10s over 7s. That's one of the spots I've picked a lot of underdogs. I also picked 2 13s to advance. Yeah, just 2 13s. 112. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be in the 12 spot. Everybody always hypes up the 12-5 matchup. I think it's going to be that 13-3 and even a little longer. I got 115 seed I will get to in a minute. All right, anyway, let's jump to the second round up here. Alabama, West Virginia. Give me Bama in an easy one. San Diego State takes care of Furman. San Diego State and Alabama will be your Sweet 16. Creighton, Baylor. Give me Baylor to take care of Creighton, and then Arizona to take care of Utah State. Sweet 16 over here is Arizona versus Baylor. San Diego State versus Alabama. And the San Diego State boys keep on rolling. Give me San Diego State with a huge upset over Alabama, moving to the Elite Eight to take on Arizona, who takes care of Baylor. Elite Eight matchup, San Diego State and Arizona. Give me Arizona to get to the Final Four out of the Southern bracket. I know it's not a big surprise or a big upset, but give me Arizona. Get into the Southern bracket. I had Baylor in the beginning. It's either Baylor or Arizona for me. The winner of that Baylor-Arizona game in the Sweet 16 is going to go to the Final Four, I believe, out of this region. You got Houston. That's an easy pick. Iowa Auburn. I've been going back and forth on it all day. I feel like Auburn's gonna do it just to slap me, but I'm gonna go with stare down, baby. Stare down, Fran McCaffrey. Give me Iowa with a little juice since that Michigan State comeback. Give me Iowa. I also think they have a better offense and they play better defenses all season. So in the Big Ten, so I don't think this SEC team is going to be able to do much with this Iowa team. Miami and Drake. Everybody's picking Drake. Y'all can miss me with the BS. Give me Miami, baby. I love what Coach Larinaga has done with his team. Every time I say that word, I expect to get. Every time I say his name, I expect to get stole off out of nowhere from like Pootie Tang's daddy whipping them stealing apples. Uh, but give me Miami, baby, to beat Drake. Shut that. I don't even know what I was about to say now. Shut it up. Give me Miami. Going forward fast Drake. Indiana, Kent State. Give me Kent State in a close one. I think Kent State wins this game by 1 to 3 points, beating Indiana. They just got to take out one player. You hold Tracy Jackson Davis to 20-9 instead of 27-15, and you got yourself a victory. Also, give me the number 6 seed, baby. I like this team right here coming into the tournament. I feel like they're gonna bite my hand off because I'm riding with them a little too hard. Give me Iowa State. I will talk about this Mississippi State and Pittsburgh matchup in a minute for tonight. However, give me Iowa State to Lord have mercy. Give me Iowa State to go ahead and advance out of the first round, taking on Xavier. Not many upsets over here. I got Kent State, and that's about it. Penn State, if you count a 7 as an upset, I don't anymore. Got to be 11 seed or higher to upset anybody for me. Penn State, Texas A&M, that's going to be a dogfight of a game. I'm leaning Penn State strictly because of the threes. If this is the team, if they can get hot, they winning. If they go cold, they lose. I know it sounds black and white. That's what basketball is, baby. The whole point is to put the ball in the hole. Texas and Colgate, this is the biggest upset that I'm calling. The biggest upset that I have. I have Colgate beating Texas in a 15-2 matchup. I just think Texas is a little inconsistent. And when I say inconsistent, I think they're going to go cold for a 7 to 12 minute stretch in the second half, and Colgate's not going to go cold. And it's going to be Texas up by 4 or 5, and then it's going to be Colgate up by 15, and there's going to be 6 minutes left, and everybody's going to be looking at each other like, I cannot believe Texas is about to lose to Colgate. And I'm going to be sitting there counting my money line money. Also, already took that spread. If you don't know, I said it yesterday. I have Colgate on the spread, waiting for that money line to balloon a little bit more. Oh yeah, all right. Give me Houston over Iowa. Give me Miami over Kent State. This is the second round. Houston and Miami meeting in the Sweet 16. Then I'm gonna have Iowa State. Small upset beating Xavier. I think Xavier can be shut down, and Iowa State is just the defense to do it. Give me Iowa State advancing to the Sweet 16 to take on Colgate. Yes, I have Colgate after beating Texas, riding the momentum wave and beating Penn State. High scoring game right there. I believe you get both teams in the 80s. And then Colgate losing in the Sweet 16 to Iowa State. I don't know how, but Iowa State has made it to the Elite Eight in my bracket. I'm going to have Houston beating Miami. Damn, I kind of want to see this Miami team go a little further. But give me Houston, Iowa State in the Elite Eight matchup with Houston coming out of the Midwest region. So you got Arizona and you got Houston, number 1 and number 2. How chalky will the bottom of this bracket get? You're listening to Captain by a Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives. I'm doing something cheesy, and I am breaking down the bracket This is my bracket. You ain't gotta agree with it because it's about to get crazy. I just letting you know that right now. We're kind of chalky in the first two South and Midwest regions. Ended up with Arizona, 2 seed, Houston as a 1 seed in the Final Four. Now to break down this East bracket, this is where things get a little dicey, mate. Give me Purdue first round over Farley Dickinson. Yes, I got Farley Dickinson coming out of that Texas Southern Farley Dickinson game. Then everybody's on Florida Atlantic. This is like Drake. Y'all can keep them tickets, bro. Matter of fact, take all the Drake tickets you can find. Get them the hell on out my house. And Florida Atlantic. Give me Memphis, man. I got Memphis, dog. Dogging these boys. I got Memphis. And I don't know why. I feel disrespected that they even talking about Memphis losing. But give me Memphis, man. I got Memphis going. I'm not gonna say far, but I got Memphis doing some damage in this tournament before getting eliminated. So you got Memphis, Purdue, Duke, Oral Roberts. I got 2 tickets for Oral Roberts to make the Finals Four. Oral Roberts is on a 19-game winning streak, 20-game winning streak. Oral Roberts has a 7'5" center. Oral Roberts has talented, experienced guards. Oral Roberts is the Giant Killers. Oral Roberts will lose to Duke? Huh. I guess the promos in my bracket don't add up. Give me Duke to beat Oral Roberts. I do think it's going to be a close game. I am on Oral Roberts +7. We'll try to get Duke -3.5, 4. Meet in the middle. I think it'll be a 5-point game. A Dream World, however, Oral Roberts goes up 15 in the first half. You get Duke +7. And you already got Oral Roberts +7 because you listen to Captain by a Hook. You take Duke +7 live. And now, you can just watch these teams go at it. As long as nobody loses by 7, you cover both sides, baby. I think it's going to be a close game. But for brackets taken, I'm taking Duke. I know everybody's on this Oral Roberts. I would love to see Oral Roberts go to the Final Four. I got 2 tickets at a long number saying Oral Roberts will be in the Final Four. I also got Florida Atlanta tickets to be in the Final Four. I also got Boise State tickets to be in the Final Four. But guess what? It don't. The matchups don't match up for that to happen. So give me Duke over Oral Roberts. Give me Tennessee in a landslide over the Raging Cajuns of Louisiana Lafayette. Give me Kentucky over Providence. As much as I love Providence, man, I think they get their heart broken. I think they lose by 1 or 2, honestly, against Kentucky. If they win by 1 or 2. I think that game's going to go either way on a heartbreaking slide. But I think Kentucky comes in and a little more serious than last year. Not that it matters how serious they are, but they let St. Peter's put one up there. But Kentucky, man, I don't think they want to go home early this year. I think they show Providence the dang deal. Give me them beating Kansas State in the next round. Michigan State, USC. I'm riding Michigan State heavy. That's my team. Take the bias out of it. Whew. It's hard for me not to pick USC here. But add the bias, and I'm going Michigan State over USC. As much as I want to take Vermont, just because, I don't know. Shaka Smart's a great tournament coach. Marquette is a great team this year, period. But I want to take Vermont for some reason. I have no idea why. Like, even the metrics are like, all right, bro, just pick Marquette and keep it moving. But then the back of my head is like, Vermont, Vermont, Vermont. I got Marquette going to the next round. Purdue and Memphis. Give me Memphis in another one dropping early. Give me Memphis beating Purdue, bullying them, if you will. And then give me Duke to beat a one-leg dog in Tennessee. Man, I wish they had Ziegler. It would really be something to see this matchup with Ziegler. But give me Duke to put Tennessee out of its misery. And then I'm going to go Kentucky over Kansas State and Michigan State over Marquette. I know this one's even crazier than USC. But man, this Michigan State team has the pieces. If they put them together, they can go on a magic run here. Sounding like a fan, huh? Daniel? Just don't listen to anything I say about Michigan State. How about that? Michigan State, baby. Give me that money line. It's gonna be like plus 295 over Marquette. I love it. I'ma eat it up. Bye. Bye bye bye. So we got Memphis and Duke. Give me Memphis's luck running out. Give me Duke and being the hottest team in the country at this moment. Not right now. I'm saying like, they win 9 straight to end the season. They beat Oral Roberts against all odds. They beat Tennessee even though they're injured, and then they beat Memphis. And now it's like, ooh, Duke is the hottest. They're gonna be talked about as the hottest. Coach K. Who needs Coach K when you got Coach S? Ding. I could already hear it. All the BS they're gonna be spewing. So give me Duke getting to that Elite Eight over Memphis, and then give me Michigan State, baby, riding them to beat Kentucky to take on Duke in the Elite Eight matchup, and then going to the Final Four from the East bracket. Probably the most cheese you'll ever see on a pizza. Give me Michigan State to handle business. Get to the Final Four one more time for my dog Izzo. We got the pieces. We got the dog in us. Let's go ahead and go ahead. So, I got Michigan State taking on Arizona in that matchup. Just to move forward real quick, on the west side of the bracket, give me Kansas. Give me Arkansas. I think Arkansas outlasts Illinois. I think Illinois starts off slow. They give Brad Underwood a heart attack. I think they come out, go down 15, and they fight to get it back to a 5-point, 3-point game. But at the end, Arkansas will just never let them get that one bucket or stop they need to get it over the hump. Give me VCU in a 12-5 upset. I don't think St. Mary's has the offense for this tournament. They are great. I do love them. Whoop-de-wah. Give me VCU to just score more than St. Mary's. Then give me UConn to put Rick Pitino out of his misery. I think they really set Rick Pitino up here. They could have had Iona taking on any one of these other 4 seeds, and I think they win the game. UConn just too deep, too talented, too heavily overmatched. ASU and Nevada will literally beat each other up on that Wednesday night game. Give me Texas Christian University and the Horned Frogs to come in fresh and advance from the 6th seed line. They will take on Gonzaga, who will beat my Grand Canyon University Lopes, baby. Boise State and the 10-7 matchup. Like I said, I'm going a lot of 10s here. And then UCLA out of the 2 spot. I'm having UCLA beating Boise State. A lot of people got Northwestern here. I love the kid Boo Buie. I just think Boise State has the specific guards that can play some New York street ball defense and just keep him out of the game. Give me Boise State to advance and coming up short against UCLA. So I'm going to have UCLA into that Sweet 16 spot. And then give me an upset I don't even want to say. Don't even want to look at it. Give me TCU over Gonzaga in the second round. You're going to end up with TCU and UCLA in that Sweet 16 matchup. And then I'm going to take Kansas over Arkansas and UConn over VCU. I'm going to end up with a UConn-Kansas matchup in the Elite Eight. This will be the biggest matchup of the tournament. I think whoever wins this game wins the tournament. That's how I have it. In the bracket that I have Kansas winning, I have Kansas winning this game. But for this bracket and just what's been going on over the season, I had UConn as the number 1 seed first 2 months of this show every week, if you remember. I love this UConn team. They're back to their ways. I think they're one player deeper than Kansas, which ultimately I would give the edge to UConn, having that player off the bench that can be starter-like and still handle business. I think Kansas comes in after fighting with Howard and Arkansas, and UConn just finally gets the better of them. It's hard to go back to back in this league, especially with Kansas this season not really having that go-to guy as far as talent. They got Dick, they got Wilson, and Harris. All three of these guys can facilitate, but as much as everybody loves Wilson, he's not give me the ball and I'm a score player. He's a give me the ball in good spots and I'll get you some buckets. But you down 3, bruh. 5 minutes left. You need somebody that can get you a bucket. UConn has 2 or 3 of those guys that can get them a bucket. So I'm gonna have UConn. I hate to say it. I'm gonna have UConn taking on TCU. I love UCLA. I love Mick Cronin. I think their injuries get the best of them. TCU being a deep, talented, experienced squad. I think TCU ends up against UConn in the Elite Eight. And then I'm going to put UConn, baby. I said whoever wins this Kansas-UConn game will win it all. I got UConn taking on Houston. Michigan State taking on Arizona. Whoo-wee! Just to keep it short and sweet, give me Arizona. Give me UConn. I think the pressure gets to Houston. I think the injuries get to Houston. I think they get to Houston, get home, let their guard down. UConn comes in and eats them up, and it's going to be something these kids regret the rest of their life. Also, Arizona, just think Michigan State finally runs into a team that's clicking, and we got Arizona and UConn. I got UConn beating Arizona to be the national champion of the 2023 March Madness with a final score of 88-81. There you have it. It's Captain By Hook with the red beard, Rowan Donaghy, a.k.a. Rowan Dives. That is my bracket breakdown. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you get something from it. Just so you know, that was the women's bracket. Now, let's get to the men's bracket. I'm just kidding, people. I did do a women's bracket. If anybody wants to know, I got LSU winning the whole thing. I also got some money on LSU women's winning the whole thing. So that'll be exciting. That'll be gravy, baby. Into today's games, real quick. I only got one bet. Part of me wants to hit the horns because I haven't hit them in almost 2 weeks. I don't know. We'll see what the week takes us about me hitting the horns or not. Southeastern Missouri State +4. Put it in the bank. This thing's going to cash daddy. You might even want to take the +155 on the money line. If you want to dance, take off your pants. Southeastern Missouri State +4 is my only bet for tonight that I will be on. Pittsburgh and Mississippi State. If my leg gets pulled enough, I'll jump on Pittsburgh with, I don't know. I'm going to see if anybody wants it. And I'll just jump on it to ride. Pittsburgh +123 at 8 o'clock tip-off. That'll be right when I'm pulling them steaks off the grill. So Southeastern Missouri State +4, and then I'm leaning Pittsburgh over Mississippi State. Pittsburgh this close to winning the ACC regular season title this season, and I don't know. I'm just going to take a shot in the dark with this Southeast Missouri State with the points. They've impressed me all season. I've heard their name a little more, which means nothing. However, to me, it means something. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all for watching. Tomorrow, I would do a deeper dive into some of these matchups that I haven't really got to. I know I've talked about most of them already. But thank y'all for the love, man. The madness is real. Let the madness begin. Please take all wagers at your own risk. And please, please gamble responsibly. Dobbs.